Hello everyone and welcome to the jumping in the video. Yeah, well, that was not the most perfect of introductions I've ever done, but yeah, well, it shouldn't happen in the race itself. Well, anyway, we're at Hungaroring for round 3 of the race Porsche Cup. Yes, we're actually through just about 1/3 of the season. And we've done that quicker than NASCAR Fan 1400's GTPFS. Screw you, NAS. Yeah, well, uh, anyway, as we make it towards the end of the grid in our, usual grid walk, that's been a thing ever since the second test race. It's been around almost as long as the series. That's interesting to think of. We are now moments away from the start. We have Hearts 100 on pole position, and in fact, here they go. That's the green flag right there. Hearts 100, as I said, in pole position. He manages to keep that down to the first corner, but he's already getting under pressure from TBWHHS. I think that's the name correctly pronounced. Yeah, again, forgive me, I'm not good with new names and stuff. Even Tired Iron had to yeah, well, I did kind of mispronounce his name or forget it when doing said test race 2 footage. I don't remember if that's the one that finally made it to production or whatever you want to call that. But yeah, that did happen, slightly. Anyway, yeah, well, the race gets going and things are already getting a little bit crazy, you might say. We have Durr winning, Petrus S136, and D Cybertron being in a bit of a scramble towards the back of the field. Yeah, very interesting racing actually happened. Lots and lots of overtakings, I mean, just about everywhere, really. I think, well, I can only think of 2 or 3 corners that didn't see any overtaking at all. So that's well, set a tone for this. Coming towards the end of the first lap, NASCAR Fan 1400 does try and move in TBWHHS, but he doesn't quite get past. Next up it is HSB and Set Tired Iron. How good am I at linking this stuff together? Yeah, I'm probably bad right now. That just killed the whole thing. Anyway, in the battle for P11, a few laps in, Turbo Snail goes to the inside of HHG 1000. A clean move, very well done. RCB 929, I think, in the background as well, nearly gets past him. No, not quite. Not quite. Well, that would be not quite yet, because this is on the next lap. And that is now, of course, the battle for P12, and that's a bit of a collision between the two, actually. And, well, we do have 22.5 minutes-ish left of the race. So, well, that's going to be, unfortunately, one of the drivers we can already ride off, because that's going to mean he's going to have to pit with about 20 minutes to go. And, yeah, well, as you probably should have learned by now, tires and fuel, 18, 19-ish minutes only. So, well, unless the AI decides to be more intelligent than artificial, and maybe, you could try to go for another lap without rear wing, but you would be very fast. Of course, RZB 929 gets past him here. Durr winning, tries, gets a bit airborne there due to contact, gets past there. And now he's basically a moving roadblock. Anyway, coming towards the 10-minute mark, we have a battle for P3 going on in the background between Set, TB, WHHS, and Raven 214. Last driver goes to the inside and takes P3. Very clean move there again. The first corner seems to be a preferred place to overtake. Well, that and this place, where we see Skython going past Crashbook 23. And, well, just to make matters even better, here is another overtake. That's Raven 214 going at NASCAR Fan 1400. This one not quite as successful, though, because he didn't complete the move and gave NASCAR Fan 1400 an opportunity to take the place back here. And now it looks like, yeah, NASCAR Fan 1400 decides to go into the pits, and we are at this point some 12-ish minutes into the race. That could be the move that wins the race. Because as I said, tires and fuel last roughly 18 to 19 minutes. And he is going to be faster on the new tires and everything, so he could, or, well, he will, be faster than Haas 100, and he could leapfrog him with the Cybertron being slightly, well, cheeky there with an overtake coming into the pit lane. 15.5 minutes to go, just about halfway through, in what is currently the top positions. Skyline taking P3 here. That was a very interesting overtaking maneuver. He somehow managed to get it to work. And here we are, those roughly 5 minutes later. Everyone else in the leading group has come in. And, well, nobody's there to prevent NASCAR Fan 1400 from taking the lead. And you might wonder now, what exactly did he gain from that? Well, let me say it like this. By the time everyone else had come out and was on the track again, NASCAR Fan had a gap of 14, 15-ish seconds. That's the time he gained in a matter of 10 minutes. But wait, what? Why would... what did I just say about AI and intelligence? 5 minutes to go. Apparently NASCAR Fan 1400's AI has decided it is not satisfied with the car and goes for another full service stop. I'm not sure how that works when you're in a comfortable lead, but well, there's not really much to say as we see the entire field zoom past here. Yeah, I just decided to include that footage to, well, partly to waste time and, yeah, just give you a chance to show how much do you actually lose when you pit in. And that's about as much. You lose more time than Derwinning does. Derwinning will get past you if you pit, and that's saying something. That's going to be quite a big time loss here. Here's Move for the lead. HSV overtaking Water Tank, and that sees HSV in the lead. He is currently the second place in the championship, and the victory here will certainly boost his position. Now again, Water Tank being involved again. This time it's the battle for P2 versus Quiet Girl, and he loses that. And, well, here we are coming towards the end of the race. Same place, Quiet Girl tries the same maneuver again, doesn't quite get it done, loses a bit of momentum as well. And that is the race given away to HSV. If you can just keep it around these final few corners, the race should be his. And now here, what? No! AI, that's not... I'm at a loss for words. Why? A Quiet Girl... What is going on? Why would you do that? You were in the lead and this was the final lap. Why in the world would you want to return to the pits? Something other rather odd happened here. Because it turns out that not only that happened, but HSV's pit stop was also not on the other side of the finish line. So the game reckons Quiet Girl finished, but not HSV finished. So this is what the game thinks the results should look like. Now, in the interest of fair sportsmanship, I call that bullsh. You know what the last part of that word is going to be. So this is my reversal of things, and it has a reverse effect too. The thing is, if someone pits in on the very last lap and is either, well, stopped there or, well, anything really, the results will be taken from prior to the pit entry. So that's why you can also see a whole lot of question marks in the gap section, because, well, I don't really have any way to tell you how far each of the drivers are behind. Anyway, this means HSV does take the victory because he was ahead, and it would be safe to assume that had the AIs not decided to go into the pits on the very final lap, he would win as well. It also means that Derwinning gets to keep his fourth place from Mugello. And I don't recall any incidents like that in the first race, but if I've missed any, then tell me, because I'm not that great to, well, I completely messed that up. Anyway, that means following for the points, HSV is he's having a pretty solid gap right now, more than 20 points, really. Well, he can afford the curse that seems to happen to championship leaders and last race winners, that they don't make it to the next race. And the question now is that going to apply to HSV, or might he be able to work away from it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway, that is it from Hungaroring. And I will see you guys at the next tour. Well, because I've kind of split it up into 3 tours, really. That's only just sprang to my mind after I put the season together. We kind of have, first off, 3 races in South Europe. Then we have 3 races with park in it. Mantorp Park, Oran Park, Ulten Park. Then comes the Asia Pacific tour, and then we have Spa, which in itself is quite a tour. So, well, yeah, that's the thing now.